Hey guys, what's up? This is Mel, and I'm here to talk about The Flash, episode 214, titled Escape from Earth-2, which premiered Tuesday, February 16th, 2016, on the CW. And guys, it is part 2 of our adventure in Earth-2. So let's start the 10-minute clock, and let's begin. So something new that we learned in this episode. We find out in this episode that Dr. Wells from Earth-2 has been on our Earth, Earth-1, for 4 months now. Or it's been 4 months. So at least that's a good a time indicator for us, which I really appreciated as well. So again, 2 different storylines on their respective Earths. So Earth 1, we meet Scott Evans, who happens to be Iris's new editor, and he seems to have a bit of skepticism against the Flash, mainly because he's not there, and the fact that they got a different Flash trying to help them out. So there's that. We also get Velocity 9, the serum, which is meant to bring Jay a step closer to not only having his speed, but to repair all those degenerative cells he's been having. So Velocity 9 has shown that they're helping Jay with those degrading cells. Now they just got to figure out how to make it permanent. We also see the return of the metahuman Geomancer, and we do have him in custody by the end of it, thanks to Caitlin shooting that boot mechanism that neutralizes his abilities for the moment. So there's that, and we also see the breach destabilize again because the Geomancer attacked at Star Labs, and with all of his quakes happening, it ruptured the stability they had for the breach, so they have to deal with stabilizing it again. Also, moving on to Earth-2 now. Earth-2, last time we saw it was Zoom had taken Barry and locked him in his lair, where he kind of reunites with Jesse and the Masked Man. So now we have the team, which is Dr. Wells and Cisco, turning to Earth-2 Barry and Iris for help in locating Killer Frost, who they think will lead to Zoom's lair, which they do. They end up getting Jesse out. They end up getting Barry out, and through all that, Killer Frost actually sides with them, and her fate is unclear, though, by the end of the episode. And we also have mentions of Atlantis at the very end, and then, unfortunately, they had to leave that masked man behind that was doing all the knocking. Apparently, he was signaling not in Morse code, but in, like, a 5x5 system signal that Barry said that prisoners of war would use. So that was why how they were able to communicate with him, but he only managed to spell out J. So Barry was able to put together Jay Garrick. The masked man reacts in a certain way. Can't really tell if it's because he was frustrated that Jay wasn't there, or frustrated because he was an enemy of Jay's. Wasn't sure, but Zoom got in the way of that. So there's that. So in the end, final moments, Barry manages to get Jesse and Cisco through the breach, and then just when he's about to carry Wells over, it's another face-off with Zoom. So in the end, though, Wells manages to stab Zoom with a needle, probably with another serum or something to slow him down, who knows. But with that distraction, Barry was able to take both of them through the breach. And just after they throw that device into the breach, and Jay's checking on it, Zoom reaches through the breach and into Jay's chest, killing him and taking him back into the wormhole leading to Earth-2. So that's how the episode ends. So what's the most shocking moment of the episode was the fact that Jay Garrick was killed by Zoom. Now, for me, I thought it was going to be Jesse, just the way it was set up for Zoom saying that he was going to kill her when her father was watching, but then Killer Frost averted that, so Jesse was saved. And then the whole time when they showed the breach and they were just closing up, I thought, and then Jay was just around the breach as if looking over it. I thought if anything, Zoom was going to grab Jay and pull him into the breach just as it was closing, but instead, Zoom kills him by using his fading hand technique into his chest. So that was really surprising. I thought if anything, Jay would be pulled into Earth-2 and tortured over there by Zoom, but nope, he's actually dead, it doesn't go well with Caitlyn. So what was the top 3 favorite moments of this episode for sure? First one has to be Killer Frost changing her alliances, I guess you could say. She does betray them at one point in alerting Zoom that they were going to his lair. But I did like how in the end Killer Frost chose to save Jesse, and how Cisco was trying to talk to the Caitlyn inside Killer Frost, and I just really liked that. I really liked how much we got to see of Killer Frost. So yeah, I'm not sure if she's alive or not by the end of this episode, but it'd be a shame if she were dead, because I would kind of see what she does now after, if she's still alive, what she does now after saving someone instead of killing them. Like, it seemed like she jumped over a huge hurdle there, it seems. Okay, next favorite moment has to be Earth-2's Barry Allen. He was just hilarious. I loved a lot of his comments and quotes were just so funny. The fact that because he's so different from the Barry Allen we've known for the past 2 seasons, and it was just great to see this character who's basically supposed to be him, yet a different version of him. And I really like that. Grant Gustin did a fantastic job portraying this Barry. And what I like specifically about Barry 2, was his speech to Barry 1, our Barry, the Flash. I really like how he's saying that even though that day he's done many things he thought he would never be able to do, impossible things, and yet he's done it. So then he's telling Barry that you're not just Barry, you're also the Flash. You can already do impossible things. So it's kind of like his pep talk, and I really liked it for sure. It was just great to have Barry kind of having a talk with himself in a sense. So there's that. And another favorite moment, it actually stuck with me since the promo actually, was when Dr. Wells from Earth-2 is calling Barry from Earth-1, aka the Flash, as his Barry. It's the scene where Dr. Wells is talking to Iris and Barry of Earth-2 and saying that they need to find Zoom because he has his daughter as well as their Barry. Their meaning Cisco and Dr. Wells. What I liked about that is the fact that technically Earth-1 Barry is not Dr. Wells' Barry because he's from Earth-2. So essentially when you see there, Dr. Wells is their Barry, or his Barry is Earth-2 Barry. But the fact that he has come to acknowledge Earth-1 Barry, the Flash Barry, as his Barry, I really like that because that means he's kind of associated that Earth-1 is going to be his home. That people he's met on Earth-1 is kind of become his new extended family. And I really like that. He's not just separating the fact that it's just his daughter on Earth-2 and that's it. It seems like a bond is formed between Earth-2 Dr. Wells and Earth-1 Barry, and I really like that. It just, even just from the promo itself, that one there that he spoke of was all it took for me. I really like that. Okay, so top 3 peeved moments. First one has to be the fact that Jay Garrick is dead. I mean, poor Caitlyn for both worlds. She lost Jay, the second man she allowed herself to fall in love with, and then Caitlyn from Earth-2, who lost Ronnie Deathstorm to Zoom. And it's just like so much heartbreak for the character of Caitlyn for sure. And I didn't expect Jay to be killed just when they figured out how Velocity 9 worked with him. It just seemed like just when you were so close, you didn't make it type thing. I don't know. Next peeved moment has to be the masked man in the cell. I was hoping that if he was going to be released, and if not released, at least maybe his identity be revealed. But the fact that the only thing we truly learned was the fact that he knows Jay Garrick and he's somehow connected to him. So that was another thing. So what will I remember most about this episode when I look back? The fact that we still got to see Earth-2. I really like that. I'm glad it was a 2-part adventure for us. So I'm glad for sure. Random questions. First one, who do you think the masked man in the cage was? Now, I still think it's someone we know back on Earth-1. And I'm still going to say that maybe this masked man is Oliver Queen of Earth-2, even though reports have said that Oliver Queen died when the Gambit went down. The way I'm thinking is, like, since on Earth-1, a lot of people from Oliver's past keep popping up who he thinks are dead. Maybe it's the same case for Earth-2 Oliver. Maybe everyone thinks he's dead, but he's actually been alive and in that cage for so long. Because Barry did mention that the signaling that the masked man was using was something a prisoner of war. So maybe that man is a soldier. Maybe it is Oliver Queen. I don't know. I'm hoping, because I do want to see I want to see the two Oliver Queens. I just want that possibility. And the fact that they said that he had died kind of crushed it. So I'm hoping that this masked man is presumed dead Oliver Queen. So there's that. But who do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Next question. Do you think Killer Frost is still alive? There's a very good chance that Zoom killed her for defying him. But I hope she's still alive. I hope she managed to escape. And it'd be interesting to see how she moves forward from this, if she is still alive. Next question. Will Caitlin still work on Velocity 9 even though Jay Garrick is now dead? I'm wondering if she's ever gonna. If she does, I wonder if she's ever gonna use it on Barry, or have him test it out in some way. So there's that. Another question: with the breach now closed, could Zoom still get to Earth-1, our Earth? And if he can, then by closing the breach, did that mean the team bought themselves some time before Zoom could find his way back to their world? I mean, I hope they close it, but chances are they haven't, because Zoom is meant to be the villain of the season, at least. So there's that. But I'm wondering what you think about it. And I'm wondering if it's possible if he can reopen breaches. Unless the whole speed thing is how he's going to do it to begin with, to create wormholes and such. Okay, last random question. Will Wells and Jesse... With Wells and Jesse now on our Earth, Earth-1, how are they going to get around the fact that Earth-1 Wells is dead? I mean, it's not like Earth-2 Wells could assume his identity or something. Or could he? How is that going to work? It's definitely going to be interesting in seeing how they both adjust. Not only Wells adjusting to having his daughter back, but Jesse adjusting to the fact that she's now in a different world, essentially. So there's that. Okay, moving on to predictions quickly. Based off the promo for episode 215, we see Diggle and Lila from Arrow arriving to town with warnings to Barry about King Sharp coming to town for him. Because apparently Argus was holding King Shark in one of their containments or prisons, and he managed to get out. So that's why Diggle and Lila, who are associated with Argus, are coming to town to tell Barry. I'm really excited for that. It's like a mini crossover for Arrow and the Flash, and it's about time too. We've seen Oliver, seen Felicity, now it's Diggle's time to come over without either of the two there with him. So there's that. I'm looking forward to it for sure. But overall predictions, I think the Wells family will have a time to adjust, especially Jesse, to being on Earth-1, like I've mentioned before. It'll be interesting to see how that goes. Another prediction is Caitlin grieving over Jay Garrick's death. It's going to be tough since only just a few months ago she lost Ronnie. So it's going to be pretty tough for Caitlin. But hopefully she has the strength to move forward and she strives on through it all. Next prediction, I believe that Cisco is going to work on the goggles he got from Earth-2 Cisco Reverb. He's going to try to figure out a way how to enhance his powers so that it comes along the same lines that his evil doppelganger had, or at least he's going to try to understand his powers a bit more, hopefully. So there's that. And last prediction, I think Barry is going to try to find a way to get faster. I think knowing about the whole frequency differences between the worlds may mean something when it comes to defeating Zoom, or may help him discover just how he could make himself faster, or how he could use that to his advantage. He's going to have to find a way to get that 2% back of his speed, or he has to find a way to get faster even. Maybe that's where Velocity 9 comes in. Who knows? But I think Barry's not only going to try to find a way to defeat Zoom, but he's going to find a way to get faster as well. So there's that. And that's about it. So what did you guys think about the episode? What did you like about Earth-2 in general? Let me know in the comments below. I love to hear about it. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and check out my other videos if you haven't done so already. Also, don't forget to check out my Tumblr page. Links for that will be down below. I include promos, sneak peeks, web clips, quotes, dialogue GIFs, regular GIFs, episode synopses, any of that on my blog as organized as possible on my Tumblr. So check that out if you want more inside spoilers. If not, to just check out what I thought about the episode maybe. And that's about it. So thank you guys for watching. I truly appreciate it that you're coming down here and listening to what I have to say. My video is definitely one way to view an episode if you haven't read any of the comics, because I know comics can kind of be spoilers to what's happening on the TV show in a sense. And at least with my video, you get a sense to see how I perceive things from a non-comic book standpoint. So thanks again for watching. I hope you come back next week to see what I have to say for this Light Arrow crossover with The Flash. And until next time, this is Mel. Wish you all a great day, great week, wherever you are. Till next time. Bye, guys.